Hey, welcome. Let's do it. Yeah, beautiful morning, family, beautiful morning, family. Okay, beautiful morning, family. How you guys doing today? How you guys making this? Okay, so guys, how you guys doing? I'm so happy, glorifying God Almighty for making us to meet again. How's the night? How's the how's your family going? Come on. You're just joining, make sure you smash the like button as you join it. Make sure you smash the like button and tell us the location you're joining us from, your name and your location. Let's do that real quick. We have a lot of things to cover today. So join it, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you join, make sure you tell us the name and the location you're joining us from. As you are joining it, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you tell us the name and the location you're joining us from. I'm going to say that again. As you're joining, make sure you smash the like button, click on that like button, tell us your location and your name. Let's get started. We have a lot of things to cover today. Today is all about teaching. We want to teach something amazing today. We want to impact ourselves with knowledge today. It's not just about analysis. Today we want to teach something. Forever we're growing in profit. Come on, let me keep saying that. As you're dropping your name, your location, let me start saying forever we're growing in profit. Forever we're growing in profit. Forever we're growing in profit. Put it in the chat box. While I start acknowledging all the people that are here, make sure you put it in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. It's beautiful morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start acknowledging all the people that are here. Number one, Emmanuel Eju. Good morning, Emmanuel. Where you joining us from? Henry TV. Good morning. Where you joining us from? William Mutetwa from South Africa. Oladroja from Ibadan. Paul Ochima. Good morning. Where you joining us from? Online Money Guru 101. Say sad. Why are you sad? Why will you even bring that kind of impression for us? It's not nice. What's the issue? Say the issue. Don't try to. That is not nice. Like bringing that as a first message is not really nice. Tell us what the issue is. Setumbina, good morning from Abuja. Online Money Guru 101 said Uchuku from Wari. You're welcome. Emmanuel Edu say Emmanuel from River State. Setumbina say you should smash the like button. Smash the like button, like smash it like it's free. Elijah Williams from Puyo, Henry TV, I'm Henry watching from Lagos. Glory Agboroko money from Delta. Ola Aduroja from Ibadan, if I'm right. He said forever going in profit. Let's put we, because it's not about, it's not, don't let's monopolize it. Let's generalize it. Let's popularize it. we are team. So let's say forever we growing in profit. It's not about me alone, it's about all of us growing in profit together. Okay. Ebuka Michael is from Abuja. Forever we growing in profit. Henry TV, forever we growing in profit. Emmanuel, forever we growing. Kodo Abela from Ogun State, forever we growing in profit. Jennifer Chigbata, what's up, my sister? From Lagos, forever we growing in profit. Ogona Chuku Zirin, good morning. Very join from Ogona. Paul Chima, forever we not stuck in profit, we're growing. It's two different things. Okay, forever we're growing in profit, not stock. Okay, we're growing in profit. Online money growing, you have not replied my message, and that's why. How will I know I have not replied your message when I have a lot of messages? It's not deliberate thing. You should understand this. You should understand it. It's not deliberate. Like before now, I usually make sure that before I go to bed, I make sure I attend to all my DMs, and I left all my DMs to be at a zero. Like I will have attend to every of my DMs to a zero. But it has been challenging these days, make I not lie you. It has been challenging to make sure I go through all my unread messages in a day. It's kind of challenging, which is normal as we grow. Okay, so that is why you guys that are still with me at this early stage, because I will still call it at early stage, because when we start having thousands of messages in a day, now to these days we're having like tens to hundreds of messages. But when it started going to thousands of messages in a day, you know what, sometimes I might not even attend to some people message for a long time. Sometimes I might have to look for another person to be helping me to attend to messages. Okay, so but before you get to that state, that is why you that are with me right now, take proper advantage of all this at my attention that I'm giving out. Okay, when I give you instruction, learn. When I say go through this, quickly learn what you have to learn from me in time, because when you guys are now much more than this, I will only be talking, generalizing. I won't have much time, except for few ones that I've known for a long time that have shown me that they are very loyal and they are serious. And I have some group for those ones separately, so there's no how I won't get attention for those ones. So you need to also earn yourself that kind of privilege from me. So you have the time now to do all those things. You have the time now. So God will continue to uplift every one of us. God will continue to help every one of us to grow massively. You just need to play your part. And I'm giving you the expo right now, because this diamond Aridoh that you are looking at, this DAOM empire that you are looking at, by the mercy of the Most High God, by God's grace, we're growing higher, we're growing bigger. So, and I want us to grow higher and bigger together. That is why I'm giving you all this expo. Take advantage. God Almighty will help every one of us. So now, having said that, that is the reason why I've not answered your message. Not deliberate. Joy Okpakunle say good morning from you, but please, I DM you, please help me into it. I'll talk about it. Joy Okpakunle. SG say good morning, boss from Dubai. Team forever, we growing in profit. If you have not smashed the like button, do that right now. Do that. If you have not smashed the like button, do it like smash it. So now let me quickly dive into my screen right now. So diving into the screen, I'll now have to tell you what we're looking at. We talk about our trade, our ongoing trade. We talk about the one we're looking at, and then I'm looking at myself. I find like even myself, I know say a fine boy and a handsome boy. Imagine $1 million now started rolling in. No loud and sharp. So now let's go to my screen. So now let's go to my screen, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Guys, I drew this yesterday. Let me quickly go to 1 hour. Is it 1 hour time frame? Yes. I think I got this entry on 15 minutes time frame. I got this entry on 15 minutes time frame. Yes, I got it on 15 minutes time frame. So we call this trade yesterday, but I told you guys when we were doing the analysis that there is tendency for this market to be respecting this trend line, which it did. It came here, and this was the reason why I entered this trade next. I saw this I saw this market, this candle. Let me zoom it. So because I'm not spoon feeding anyone, we are here to grow together, we are sharing knowledge together. So we need to always, I can't just be calling trade for you guys. I don't even want it to be like somebody will just call trade for you. Don't understand why are we even in this trade. So you need to understand the reason why we are in this trade and why we call this trade and why we cut that trade. Okay, so I'm expecting this market to touch the trend line so that we can enter it from the third bounce to the upside, and that's why I put a C setup. But guess what? I saw that this market came here a little bit for it to touch the trend line and it wake up. This is like a rejection candle, looking like an hammer pin bar if I'm right. So this is what I saw, and I got an entry for us around here. So and then I discovered that because it hasn't touched properly, and that was why our stop loss was wide like this. If to say our stop loss, if to say it touches like this, or like this, our stop loss will not be as wide. I will shorten it like something around here, and then we can just cash it. But because I am kind of like, I'm skeptical, like I want to give room for other things to happen, because it might still come and touch that trend line properly before that massive move to the upside. So that was why our stop loss was widening like this, and we enter, and it was playing with us over the night, and then this morning now it has started going in profits. Okay, so that was how we enter into that trade, and you can see after the touch of that trend line, touch it, we got a reject, like indecision candle, like a doji candle, and then look at it, boom, to the upside. So we hope for what? We still hope for the best. And another thing we need to also understand is that this thing looks like a W pattern 1, 2. So we have a news coming up today around 1:30. So whichever way, it's a swing trade, we're going to be in our trade. Okay, so if I see the way it is, you can see our first entry stop loss is here. We got another entry that took us out. That one, I've deleted it. Then this is another entry that we are in right now, and it is in profit. Okay, let me just try to widen this thing so that I can show very well on 4 hours time frame. So you can see. So now let's just hope for the best. So if the way the news is coming, if this market is like this and the news is coming, I'll leave this our stop loss like this. If the market do some kind of like a retracement and news is not yet active, I might have to allow our stop loss to come down. Why? Because we just have to still be in that trade, because I know overall direction of this market is still up. So the news can now do rubbish. It can come down to give us a good entry. You know, this is always it's always an opportunity in disguise for us as a swing trader. So it might come down to give us another very good entry, and it might just fly up in profit. Either way, we have to give room for any of it to happen. So that is why, if you see that this market is retracing and you are trading a prop firm, remember we're going to be talking a lot about prop firm today. If you are trading a prop firm and you see that this market is retracing back like this, get out and wait for another entry opportunity. Okay, but for you to know, this trend line is what is guiding us right now. This trend line is guiding us, so that is what you should understand, and that is what you should know. Okay, so that's that about that, guys. Let's move to the next pair. Euro USD is the next pair. Okay, I said it yesterday that until I see this Euro USD break above this red line here, before I will be confident. Though is it not respecting the trend line, it actually did respect it. But remember, when I called this trade was around here. When I called this trade here, you can see I said it's likely for this trade to touch this trend line and even further come to the downside, or even further come to this level before we start seeing that move to the upside. So any of those three things is going to fulfill. Now it's fulfilling this trend line right now, and I might just fulfill this trend line and forever start growing in profit. Okay, so whichever way, that is why I didn't call anything on Euro USD. So with is a swing trading, we need to know that swing trading requires a lot of patience, and it is from that patience that the money is made. Okay, BTC USD is still playing. NAS 100 is still playing, it's not ready. I'm thinking probably it's going to come and give us another entry opportunity. If it comes here and I get a confirmation we're going to enter NAS 100 as a setup. Okay, GBP JPY, and furthermore, if I see it break below this major level and close below and give us an indication that I want to start heading down, we'll also take it down. So it is not only one way bias, it is two-way bias. Either it go up or it go down. Okay, so now GBP JPY is still growing in profit, ladies and gentlemen. This pair is wonderfully me, is baffling me wonderfully. You can see it's still growing in profit. After, look at all the emotional issue that this market has given. Look at it. Look at it. We came back down as if all the profit is going to lose away, and look at it now. It's back up, going back in profit. This is over 1,000 pips. As at here yesterday, it was over 1,000 pips. Now look at it right now. AUD/USD is still, let me further prove this to you. We got our first entry here. Where's my price range? We got our first entry here. So let me let you know how many pips we are now. We are over 1,108 pips in profit. Over 1,100 profit. 1,100 pips in profit. Just imagine you caught this trade and you are trading it on your live account since this month. Like, I'm going to like 3 months now. Over 1,100 pips in profit. So you'll be happy. But it's not as if it is not, how do I call it? It's not like it's not what is the English they usually use? Like lucky, not lucky. Like, it's not an accidental thing. I don't know that English to use. It's not an accidental thing. It is knowledge. Okay, if this one will do like this, feel like, I wish me to, I can catch another 1,000 pips. This market is coming here. Guess what? After this market comes here, it's going to consolidate. It's going to let us know if you want to continue going to the upside. So everything is patient. Okay, everything is patient. If we can catch over 1,000 pips in GBP JPY, believe me, it's about time when another setup is going to be ready to give us even much more. Okay, by God's grace. Now look at AUD/USD. The only thing about this AUD/USD that pained me is that it didn't give me enough reason why we should remain in this trade. But nevertheless, we miss it. I called it out. People that didn't follow when I asked them to get out will still be making profit in this trade right now. So, but we are out. Look at how massively it has dropped. Though we caught this move from here to this level, we caught it, and when it get back up here, I'm expecting something like, even if it is an M pattern or you just come and touch the trend line, I will have been very, very confident for us to swing it to the downside. But either way, it's swinging, but it doesn't matter. Let it do whatever it's going to do. Now GBP CHF is still playing. Ladies and gentlemen, with the way this pair is doing, one day I might decide to remove it from my watch list. One day I might decide to remove it from my watch list, because look at the way it's doing. Consolidating for how many months now? Even if we catch this trade from here, look at it, because I remember that this trade was no, something is wrong. This is not where this thing is. I must have mistaken it. Let me go to weekly time frame. Okay. Okay, because I know that the major level is still above it. You can see. You need to know how to draw this major level and minor level that I usually draw. You need to know. So let me go to 4 hour time frame. So you can see that I was expecting this market to do what, to touch this major level before we start diving down. But nevertheless, it didn't do that. It just gave us something like a inverted and shoulder pattern slightly here, and then start drawing down. Now it has been consolidating. But why I'm patient with this trade is that after a massive consolidation like this, by the time it's going to break out, it's going to break out and trend. So that's why I'm being patient. But nevertheless, I'm still keeping one eye on it. US 30, ladies and gentlemen, I said it yesterday that US 30 is still coming back to retest this major level. Until then, we're not doing anything on US 30. So that is that. On gold too, gold is a bad boy. Everybody should agree with me that gold is a bad boy. I expect gold to touch this major level before this massive drawdown, a massive falling. But nevertheless, it didn't touch. As it didn't touch, I might not trade it. And until it fulfill what I asked it to fulfill, I might not trade gold again for the rest of this year, unless it fulfill what I asked it to fulfill. Okay, so that is one thing about, that's how you should be disciplined. So no matter the way the market is doing, just like this AUD, I've never for once said we should enter it again, because I know that it is a moving trade. It has left. It has left. If I want to get another entry from this trade, I can easily plot my Fibonacci. I can easily plot my Fibonacci. Look at here now. When it got here and it got here, look at it. It did respect our Fibonacci. It did. It got to where? It got to the, you can see pin. It retraced it back to 0.61 and 0.5, which I call the diamond zone. And look at it, pin to the downside again. So but I didn't want to do it because I want to just let us get A setup and B setup. C setup, unless we are already in that trade. Okay, so I always follow my spirit and my discipline. So that's that about that. Do you guys gain something before we dive into today's lesson? Do you guys gain something? Do you guys gain something? Do you learn from my explanation? While I wait for your responses, let me quickly acknowledge all the messages that are here. Can you say good morning, great loving people, forever going in profit and going in profit by God's grace. I mean, my sister. Keep saying, how do I get the registration link for XM Boss? Message me if in my DM on Telegram. I'll send it to you. If you have messaged me before, I've not sent it to you, just understand that I have a lot of DMs that I've not attended to. I will definitely get to you. Shibueze Obi said, good morning from Ojo. How you doing? Forever, we not stuck in profit. We're going in profit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's two different things. Stocking in profit and going in profit. You know, when something is stuck, it just stayed there. It's not going down, it's not going up. That is stuck. Growing is when it get there, before you know it, it has moved a little bit ahead. It has moved a bigger ahead. You know, keep growing. That's what we want. That's what I want for us. That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for us. So I don't want us to use the stock. Let's know what we're doing. We forever growing in profit. We forever growing in profit with our forex, with our trade. Okay. Kelvin Wangi. Good morning, boss. Can I say enter this trade? You cannot enter any trade. All this trade, there's no anyone that you can enter. I don't know why you are asking question like that. If you enter at your own risk, because all this trade, I call them when they are ready. So if you enter now, I don't know, at your own risk. And if you can't be in the mentorship channel and be asking the kind of question, it will be very, very funny. So, and if you are not in the mentorship channel, it's better you join, because most of the time when the trade is ready, it is always ready when we are not live on live session. So I have to go and put it into the mentorship and into the signal channel of people in the mentorship platform. Tony Dennis, good morning. How are you doing? Joining us from Junior. Richard, good morning. How are you doing? Richard, I'm sure you're joining us from Delta State. Juliet Abel, good morning. How are you doing, Juliet? Where are you joining us from? Kyle Andrew said, good morning, sir, from Benin. Ella, good morning, sir, from Anambra. Kyle Andrew said, seeing your face again is so exciting, sir. Good to be back. You missed us yesterday. We were live also yesterday. Juliana Mama Balagba, she said, good morning, Juliana from Lagos. Jeffrey Ubo said, I have not been verified in XM. Why haven't you been verified? Have you submit whatever you are supposed to submit? We forever going in profit. Yeah, you're right, Juliana. Chibueze will be say yes, but forever we growing in profit. Okay, so no one actually acknowledged the fact that all my explanation on this trade, you understand it. Did you understand it? All the explanation I've been making on all our post analysis on the GBP USD, on the Euro USD, on the gold, on the NAS 100, on the GBP JPY, on the BTC, on the AUD USD, GBP CHF, NAS US30. Do you guys understand my explanation at all? Okay. Let me know if you guys understand my explanation so we can move on to the next one. Okay, can you say I understood, sir? I am forever going in your vast great potential knowledge. Beautiful. Samuel Alamide say, good morning, sir, from Benue State. How are you doing, Samuel? Online morning bureau, understand very well. Beautiful. So now that we have got people that understand, then the next, oh, nobody even asked me about my juice this morning, and I'm not even taking my juice. Okay, let me quickly go and get my juice, okay? And then we get in for the prop firm psychology and drawdown explanation. Okay, give me some time, give me like 1 minute. Yeah, Kiwi, I'm here. Okay, so let's see ourselves in camera. Let's see ourselves in camera and let's get started. Okay, so now I need you guys to pay close attention to what I'm going to be talking about right now. If it warrants, I need to go to the website, share my screen to make some explanation. I will, but you guys should listen attentively to me. Okay. Now let's talk about prop firm psychology. Prop firm psychology How do I start? Yeah, Bismillah. Now, this is what you need to understand. When you are trading a prop firm, you need to know that when the money you buy, the account you buy is not the account you are given. It is just like a camouflage of, like, there's a lot that prop firm is going to actually train us to be. It train us to be disciplined. It train us to have a good risk management. Excuse me, sorry. It's going to shape our trading skills, okay, so that we will be more disciplined and will be more result oriented. Okay, so now look at it. You are given $10,000. Now I might have to share my screen so that some of these things I'm saying can actually you can actually get it right. If I need to draw anything, I'll draw it here. Our trade is growing in profit. We give glory to God Almighty for that. So now let me just go to Consummate. Okay, so the reason why I will be using Consummate is that, as far as I'm concerned, Consummate still remain the only prop firm that is very, very reasonable and flexible and dynamic for traders to pass and become funded and be profitable. It's still the most, as far as my research is concerned. So that is why I'm still going to be using Consummate. Okay, so now look at all these account sites. We have $5,000 account, 10,000 promo, 10,000, another 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 400,000. I've said it in my previous video that I don't know of any prop firm that can give you this kind of money at a stretch, like buy it at once. And at the end of the day, you can also combine two accounts. The total accounts you can have at a go with XM is what is $600,000. That's a lot, $600,000 at a point. But nevertheless, even with all those 5,000 to 600,000 that we are talking about, that is not the real money they are giving you. That is just like a caricature money, or like, yes, I can call it like that, because you don't have access to all those money. You only have access to fraction of those money, which is the percentage they are giving you on a day, or the maximum percentage they are giving you on your drawdown. Another thing you need to also understand on prop firm is that, you see, this daily loss is what you need to put attention to. This is the amount they are giving you in one day. Anybody that lose this account lose the account, anybody that lose this percentage on that account lose the entire account. So that should tell you in the real sense that they are not actually giving me the $100,000. They are only giving me $6,000 out of the $100,000. So if anyone lose $6,000, trust me, the account is gone. Okay, then in the maximum drawdown, maybe the person is not losing $6,000 at a go. He kept losing it bit by bit. The overall is they will give the person is $12,000. So $12,000, anybody that lose it altogether will lose the account. Do you understand? So this is what you need to understand. But even as we speak, any prop firm that can give this kind of rules is very, very hard to see these days. They'll give you 6 and 12. Very, very hard to see. So, and aside from that, you have no minimum trading days, and your expiration date, they have removed it. I'm not talking about the express light, I'm talking about the evaluation. So, and also you can scale up by 20% after 10% made within I've explained this in my previous video. Also, the profit split, 80 plus 15% of the evaluation state, the second month 85, the third month 90%. So that makes a lot of sense, and their pricing is also reasonable. Okay, so but that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about If you want to learn more about this, you can watch my previous video where I talk about exposed the before you buy Consummate Prop Firm, what you need to know before you buy Consummate Prop Firm. You go and watch that video. So now what I want to talk about is the psychology that you should have, and I'm just talking about it right now. So now look at it. You are giving 6% of let me just use $100,000 to talk, or let me use $10,000 because most of you guys are buying $10,000. So let me use $10,000 to talk. Now $10,000 here, and then you are giving 6%. What 6% of $10,000 is $600, and you are allowed to pass your account with 8% for first evaluation stage. The second phase 5%. Do you know what that means? You can actually take a trade. That's if you want to risk big, and if you want to risk small, you can be risking 1%, 2%, 1%, 0.5% till you grow. But for somebody that just want to risk it at once and be like, I pass it or I lose it, so that means the person can actually risk 5% of the account, 5 out of 6, 5% of the account to achieve 8% is very, in fact, you don't have to have 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio to pass. Because risking 5% means that if the market goes in your profit, automatically you will have passed. Now look at the phase 2. You are giving 5% target and you still be giving 6%. So oh, sorry, the first one was not right. The first one that you are giving 5% and you are giving 8% target. So you only need you don't need 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to pass. You only need 1 to 1.3 or 1.4 to pass. So now let's say you now have 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, a very quality and genuine setup. Take it, boom, and the market did what? The market will just pass the account for you. So the second stage, you can risk 5% again, and then risk 5% to achieve 5%. That's 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, and automatically you will have passed your account. So now that is one of those things you need to understand, that they are flexible in the way of their rules and how to pass it. But the real psychology you must have, ladies and gentlemen, is that you are giving what? You are giving only the percentage you have on your daily drawdown and your maximum drawdown. That's the only money they are giving you, regardless of the account size you bought. So if you know this, you won't be risking unintentionally. If you must take any risk, you will know that this money that I'm risking, now a $10,000 account holder will know that I only have $600. Any risk I want to take must be a risk that is reasonable for a $600 account. Any risk I want to take at all must be reasonable for a $600 account. That is the kind of mindset, that is the psychology you have to have towards a prop firm account. So if you are risking a lot size that is worth $10,000 account, my brother, is just too much. Because at the end of the day, the reality money they are giving you here is only $600 out of the $10,000. Can you see? So that is why you need to know what you are risking at any point in time you are doing the risking, okay? Thank you. So that is what you need to understand. Now, let's go to... Now, let me know if you guys understand this explanation I just made. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand my explanation? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? So Aridoh, you are welcome. You might just rewatch the parts you missed when we finish, okay? Are you doing if you say, please, if someone can ban an account, how will the drawdown be calculated? Will it be added together to sum up to a particular amount? Of course it will be added. What if your drawdown float less than the daily margin? What if your drawdown float? What if your drawdown float less than the daily percentage loss for the first trade and the same thing up in the next? NGFX, I don't understand your question. You might need to rephrase so that I can understand very well. Okay. Kyle Andre says, sir, so basically we should not focus on the funds we are being funded with, but on the daily drawdown. Yes, that's it. You get it. Kyle, you got it. You should focus on your daily drawdown. In fact, as a matter of fact, just know that 10,000, 25,000, 50, 100,000, 400,000, just know that they are just camouflage. The real money, you should carry your biro. This is the amount I have. This is the amount I'm starting my today's trade with. Okay, so when you are starting your today's trade with that amount, you know that okay, this is the 6% I have. How much am I willing to risk on this 6%? So, and then I'm still coming back to drawdown explanation, but right now I'm just talking about the psychology you must have on each of your prop firm accounts. So just have the mindset that this is the amount I am given. Just know that this is the amount I am given. So don't be like, oh, I have a $10,000. Yes, you can say you have a $10,000 funded account, but just for acknowledgement, for people to know you have that kind of account, fine. But in the real sense, you have $600 account. Okay, so what you can now make out of that $600 is now should not be your assignment. Do you understand? So that is the way you should think towards profit. And if you start thinking towards profit like that, then that is when you have a peace of mind. That is when you will not have a $5,000 account and be using one standard lot size. Because using one standard lot size, one pip is what? 1 pip is what? 1 pip is like $10. So $10, like $600 that you are being given, you only need to have like how many pips? Like 60 pips. 60 pips stop loss for that money to go if the money, if the drawdown, if the stop loss is being hit. Do you understand? So you need to actually understand that okay, in reality I only have $600. In reality I have what? $600. So for me to have $600, how much is reasonably for me to risk? Okay, on a trade I can risk $100. If I get a very short setup, I can risk $200. Do you understand? So that kind of thing. So you just go to, if you are in the premium signal channel, you know how to actually go to the the pin message where I do the calculation of how to calculate your lot size and your percentage. You just be like, okay, I want to risk $200 on this trade. I want to risk $100 on this trade. So you see, A setup, come on, I'm risking $200. I'm risking $50. A setup, no doubt. B setup, oh, let me risk $150. Let me risk $100. Based on your appetite. I'm talking about somebody that have a $10,000 account this time around, and it'll be like, okay, let me risk this. Oh, C setup. Let me risk $50, or let me risk $75, or maybe you have been making profit. Let me risk $100. So max, because it's a C setup. Do you understand? So that is how you should understand how this thing works. That's the psychology you should have towards them, so that you don't be like, oh. Do you understand? So that is what you should understand about prop firm psychology. Do we all understand this, my explanation, before I dive into the drawdown calculation? How drawdown should be calculated and what you should know when you are in a trade, either in profit or in loss. Let me quickly know so that we move on to the next one. Do you all understand this prop firm psychology I talked about? Can you say it is explained perfectly, sir? The daily drawdown psychology behind it is that it is a real amount on my account. I don't understand what you said. Can you? I don't understand. Kodro Abiola said, in fact, I do not know this before. till you break it down. Surprisingly, many people didn't get to know this. I felt the money we buy is the real money, not knowing is the drawdown is the main point. Yes, trust me, that is it. I've not started talking about drawdown calculation, Kanye. I'm still talking about the psychology of prop firm. The mindset you should have towards a prop firm account. Just know that the money they are giving you is the drawdown. Believe it. Say this anywhere, quote me anywhere that Diamond Aridoh said the real money you guys are giving us are lie on a daily drawdown and maximum drawdown, nothing more. And that's the real truth. That's the naked truth regarding prop firm. Oh, I have 1 million funded account. Congratulations. Everybody wants to get there. But the real money you are having is just 6% of that money, and probably 10 or 12% overall of that money that you have. And 6% of $1 million funded account is what? That's about $60,000, if I'm right. And which is quite reasonable. It's quite what? Reasonable. So $60,000 for somebody to have that in an account, does it not make sense? But the real money is $60,000 on a day. So whatever you can now make out of $60,000 in a day is what you can make out. Okay. So that is the psychology you must have towards a prop firm. Do you understand it now? Okay, I can see. Yes, sir. You are always on point. Can you say drawdown calculations? I'm coming down to that. Aridoh import favor says it's clear. Jennifer say perfect, sir. Lori say understood, sir. Well explained. Beautiful. So now, guys, let's now talk about the drawdown, how it is being calculated. Ladies and gentlemen, listen and listen good, okay? If you are having where's my okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will use $10,000 reasonably, relatively, because most of us have $10,000. I know people that have 100,000. I know people that have 25,000. In fact, some people have 5,000. So some people have 50,000. So let's talk about what is very related among us. So now let's say you have $10,000 account. So if you have $10,000 account on a day, before I go in, so that I know you are with me, on a day, how much is the reality money you have? Let me quickly ask that question right now before we dive in further. On a day, if you have a $10,000 account, on a day, how much is the real money you have, so that I can start my explanation on that? How much is the real money you have? I'm reading comment. So right that say it's obvious, sha, because if the entire funded account is not dependent on the drawdown, they won't put such high value to it. Kanye said, I get the real amount I have is the max daily drawdown, and okay, and the overall is 12. Yeah, you're right. Aridoh import Ifeoluwa say, please, after we pass the phases and there will be no more opportunity to be met again. I mean, I can someone now trade freely if something like 2% and 3%. Yes. You are right, Aridoh. You don't have any target to meet up again if you now have a funded account, but the maximum and daily drawdown is still effective because that's the money they are giving you. Because when you become even a funded trader, the funded money they give you will still be guided with the daily and maximum drawdown. Yes, but by that time you are not given a target before you withdraw. If you make 1%, you can withdraw. If you make 10%, you can withdraw. If you make 5%, 2%, 3%, 100% of the money you can withdraw. but you are still guided within that daily amount, because that's the real money they are giving us. Okay, so that's the reality that we must embrace and we must know. Okay, so beautiful. I can see $600, $600, meaning that a lot of us now understand that when you buy a $10,000 account, you are only giving $600 because it's that's the 6%. Even if you now use another prop firm, you need to understand how much percent are they giving you on a daily drawdown. If it is 5%, know that a $10,000 account, you are only giving what? A $500. But because they are giving 6%, that is why the $10,000 account is what? Is $600. Now, let's now move further to calculating the drawdown. Now we are given $600. We are giving $600. We are giving $600. Okay, that is the amount you are given. Forget say they see 10,000 for you. So now, if you are in a trade is being calculated on equity. If you look at your MT4 or MT5, you will see balance, you will see equity. Always focus your attention on that equity. Okay, so once you are in a trade, now listen and listen good. This aspect you need to understand that once you are in a trade and that trade has moved, okay, now let me explain based on what happened in our last NFP. The last NFP we had, we were subjected to market manipulations that makes some of us lose money. Some people that took big risk lose their account. Now, let me use that as an example. Remember, we had a sell that was activated, a sell pending order that was activated. Immediately that market activated, it did what? It went back up to close us out in loss. So the amount you are risking on that trade, as fair of us get out of it, let's say you are risking 3% of your account on that sell immediately, and when the market wants to even activate, it activates way below your entry point. It has added like 1% extra. If you are risking 6%, 3% before, when the market wanted to activate, it give you an entry below, making it instead of 30% to be 4%, because of the news effects, the spillage that usually happen when the news want to affect in the market. It is not peculiar to any broker or any prop firm, it is general. Okay, so they have to give you a lower entry, which makes you to have like 4%. Now 4% activated, stop loss out. Remember, you only have 2%. So it is then that the buy now activated. Once the buy now activated, it is in profit, and before you know it, it came back down. It came back down. Remember, you only have 2%. So 2% out of your $600, $400 is gone. You only have minus $200 left for the account, and we only have $200 left in the account. So once the trade is now retracing, if you have minus 200, even though you are still in that trade, anything that has you to have minus 200 drawdown, the account is gone. So that is when you know that, okay, your equity is what you should focus more on. And that's why I see some people say that they are in profit. Some people now, the aspect of you are not in profit and you are in a drawdown is easy to explain on a prop firm. You know, the one that is hard to explain, I wish I'm going to make it simple for you guys to understand right now, is when you are in profit and you are still bridging the drawdown. This is how it happens. Listen. So now $600 is your daily drawdown. Yes, and that's the amount you are given. So now, let's say for instance, you have now grown that profit from 10,000, you've grown it to like 11,000. You've grown it from 10,000 to what? To 11,000. So now, if you go to 11,000, you have even passed the account now. Don't let me use that as an example. You need to grow it to what? let's say from 10,000, you now have grown the account to 10,100, or let me say 10,200. Okay, so 10,200, so that we can all understand. Let me use this. 6% of 10,200. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 612. What did I call it? 612. Your daily drawdown has just upgraded to 612. So let's say at the end of the day, when you traded yesterday, when you close out your trading profits, you have the total of 10,200. You have the total of 10,200. So by today, your daily drawdown is no more $600. It's no more $600. It has now grown to 612, because the drawdown will be calculated. Your percentage will be calculated on your equity. So the 6% is no more $600. It's now 612. Now look at it. You have now grown. You are now in another. I don't want to personalize. I don't like personalizing things that are negative. I will just talk generally. Let's say someone. I won't say you, because that is personalizing it for someone listening to me. So now let me use a general thing, so that nobody is going to personalize failure. I want us to be personalizing success. So now let's say somebody now have a $10,200 account, and now the person enter another trade today. Remember, for this person to pass the account, let's say let's talk about, let me say, like Express Light. Express Light, you need to achieve 10% of your account. 10% of that account is what? Like if you have $10,000 account, 10% is 1,000. That's like 10,000, and last 11,000 for you to pass. If it is evaluation stage, 10,800 and 10,500 for you to pass. But on Express Light is 11,000 straight up. So now let's say you are on Express Light. If you're on evaluation too, you can relate. Anybody with evaluation too can relate. Let's say somebody has an Express Light account of $10,000, and now this person is now in profit. The profit has now grown. Listen good to me. The profit has grown from 10,200 that new day. It has grown to like 10,900. Do you understand? It has grown to, from 10,200, it has grown to 10,900. 10,900 plus how much is added to the profit that the person has made? From 200 to 900, that's like $700 profit, isn't it? That's like $700 profit from 10,200 to 10,900. Am I right? That's $700 now. Yes, $700 profit, and the person actually need to get to 11,000 to pass the account. Now, a person that his account is floating in 10,000, a person that the account is floating in 10,200 to 10,900. Get out. Michelle. 10,200. The person has now gotten extra $700 profit. So we have 7,000. Okay. Now this person have 10,900. Now having 10,900, this person has grown his account. Remember, this account, when it was starting that day, it was having what? It was having like 612 daily drawdown. Let me put it here. The real money this time around is now what? Is now 612. This my two, at least be fine now. Don't let people know that I don't get writing. Now 612, that is your daily drawdown for that day. For that day. Now the person has now been floating in what? In profit of 10,900. $600 profit has been what? Has been applied. Now Joy Opakunle, you need to listen to this. This is the real mistake you did. In fact, your own mistake is even different from, it's even, because you have reached your target, it's just that you didn't close in profit. Now listen, 10,900. Now this market was now retracing. Maybe you were not there when this market was retracing. You just did what? Just move your stop loss to what? To break even. Moving your stop loss to break even means that if the market come back to your stop loss, it will get your account back to what? 10,200, because that's your initial price that you start the account with. Now if you now look at it, if you are going to now, if the account is now going to come back to 10,200, it means that one has lose how much? Let me come back here. One has lose how much? $700, because the market has gotten to $700 before that retracement started happening. So if the market will now come to break even of 10,200, the capital we are starting the day with, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? $700 minus 612, automatically the person has lost the account. Even though you'll be like, oh, I'm still in profit, I've set break even, the market is not supposed, at least I have $200 that I've made yesterday. And, you know, all those agitation, all those explanation is because the person did not understand how prop firm works. Do you understand? So 10,900, the person has had 10,900, and there is a possible retracement. The person, what should the person do? Close. You see that 10,900 has reduced to 10,800. It's 10,800 to 10,750. Oh, just close. And be like, okay, let me see where this market is retracing to, and I will get a possible entry again to complete the movement. But for somebody to now set a break even to the trade that at all it will come back to 10,200, after all, before I lose this account, the account must go to 9,400. That is not the way it is calculated. As at that day that you are waking up freshly with that account, the account has been reset to 10,200, and that account that is reset to 10,200, the drawdown is what? Is no more 9,400, it is now 9,600. But immediately you enter a trade and the market has gotten to a level, the market has recorded that again. So losing, retracing might make somebody to lose the account. Did anybody understand this, my explanation? Did you guys understand? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? Let me know if you understand. Put it in the chat box if you understand. If you understand this, my explanation on how this drawdown is being calculated. Okay, Venus Boy 360 say I've already registered with Consummate Trader, so how will I send the proof to you? Send it to my DM on Telegram. Just make sure it is through my link. If you not register through my link, we don't have business. I am not a co-founder of Consummate. You can't say because you have a Consummate account now you are entitled to my mentorship and signal. And I don't collect money for my mentorship, neither do I collect money for my signal. The only thing that will make me to commit myself to you is that at least you use my link, which is going to actually earn me probably some percentage from Consummate. But the most important thing is that it's going to earn me some authority in that company, so that when the company want to have a meeting with their partners, they can regard any of my contribution and my opinion that I know that my people are facing. Okay, my people are facing this, they are facing this. Imagine the time we talked about having a news, and the news is giving us a way far entry compared to our entry. I complained to Jeffrey Benson, immediately they went to go and work on it. So that is the kind of authority we want to have with our prop firm that we are partnering with, or with our broker that we are partnering with. To have authority in the company, so that when you say this is what our people want, they should just be like, oh, if this person is talking, you just have to respect their opinion and their suggestion or their complaint. So that is what's going to. So if you just have a consummate account without using my link to register, I'm sorry, you don't have any business. The only thing you can do is that if you have not buy an account on it, you can just go and open another account with the different email address, using the same amount, using your real details. Open different account with my link with different email. Then you can now open. That is when we now have business. Or you open a recommended broker of mine, which is XM broker. Then that one, using my link, register it. I'll confirm it. Then we have business. Out of those ones, the only business we have is that you come to my YouTube, you learn for free. You be in my public channel, you learn for free. You join my trade, you learn for free. All those ones. But for me to personalize you and give you my mentorship, give you my signals, come on, you've got to use any of this link. And I believe that in the industry today, Diamond, Aridoh, or DAOM Empire still give the most flexible and the most fair enough commitment for anybody to have access to mentorship and signals of forex. Okay, so I stand to be corrected, but this is what I've seen so far. Okay, so having said that, let's continue to what we're talking about. Are they doing Paul Ifelua say is it as the daily drawdown is increasing, also is how the general drawdown is increasing, and vice versa when the trade is in profit or loss? Yes, you're right. You must always take note of how your profit is growing, especially if you are taking a big risk. Okay. Suraj Dada say what you just explained has made a lot of people lose their account. That 10,900 was not the balance, rather equity. It is not recorded as balance, so the daily drawdown has not been changed. Yes, that is why I have to explain it to you like this, and that was why one of our students lost their account. This person is trading a $10,000 account for $5,000 account for that matter, and his first level target is to reach $5,400, and this person reached $5,400 and some profit ahead of it. He was now sending me message that should I close, while a lot of messages for me to attend to, I didn't even get to see it on time, and the market started retracing, and from retracing he has put a stop loss to break even, and before you know it, now look at it, this person actually have an instinct of adding a stop loss to break even, but he didn't have that idea to actually put a stop to actually close his trade when it has reached his target. And when the trade was now retracing, he has reached 400, that's 8% of the account, and he didn't just close. And by the time this trade retraces back to break even, which is $5,000, he has lose over $300, because that's the daily drawdown. Losing over $300 because the market has gotten to $400 before the account just disabled. And that's why I'm using that as an example for every one of us to also learn from that. So you don't need me to tell you to close when you have reached your target. And if the trader I'm calling for you is doing some massive treatment, I've said it in the mentorship channel yesterday, in the signal channel yesterday, that close. Don't wait for me to say close, because you are the one that is calculating your stop, your equity and your balance. So immediately you see it, just close and tell me that, oh, Mr. Diamond, I have closed, or when the retracement is happening, let me know when I can have an opportunity to enter again. And if you are been doing your assignment properly, you will know when the market has done retracement. You can scale down to 15 minutes time frame, or even lower to 5 minutes time frame, to see if you see a clear chart pattern. Sometimes you might need to scale down to 5 minutes time frame to see, maybe you see something like a W pattern. that will give you an indication that this market has done retracing, you want to start going up, or you see an M pattern that this market has done retracing up, you want to start coming down, that you can now just enter even without me knowing. But what me I'm just going to do for you, the swing trade we are taking, we know it's not possible for market to just go 1,000 pips, 500 pips, 2,000 pips without retracing. It will definitely retrace. But if you have a broker account, like people that are using XM broker, they don't have any issue at all. Their own is that if they don't want to close, they don't close. If they want to leave their trade running for months, they can leave it. But Prop Firm, it is based on equity, drawdown, and all of those things. So you have to be very, very careful and smart with it, okay? So that is it. Okay, let me also read other comments so that people can learn from that too. Glory Agoko, I swear I didn't know about this before regarding Prop Firm. So now you know. So William Mutetwa understand. Kyle Andre said, even if you make profit, it's be added to the initial balance and drawdown will be adjusted to fit as well. That's it. That is it. Say this is an eye opener. That is why you are in DAOM Empire. He says it's an eye opener. That is why you are in DAOM Empire, because here, by God's grace, we only talk about the reality, talk about the truth, and see how we can all grow naturally, see how we can grow genuinely. Okay, we thought all this, paramount, flashy things online. Forget it. Let's talk the reality here. It is through that reality that we grow, so that our success and our profit will be genuine, and our knowledge will sit. Like, you'll be so confident about your knowledge because you know so much that you now understand how to go about the market yourself and be very, very profitable. Okay, so that is why that is what DAOM Empire is here for, and by the grace of God will forever be growing in profit together. Okay, so Junior Richard said, well understood. Koda Abela said, in fact, you are the first person to explain this better. Oh, should I put my phone in stop? I put my phone and do not disturb. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as I'm saying, guys, Kotabela said, in fact, you are the first person to explain this better. No wonder people lose prop account badly, because they don't know the real fact in Prop Firm. Kailandre said, yes, until your equity has been recorded as balance, that is when your initial drawdown before the trade changes. And this has happened a lot of people I know. Venus Boy says, reply me please. I've already registered with Consummate Trader, so how will I send you the proof? I've answered you now. You're the one that even made me to be talking about how to join me. Send me message on my DM at DAOM Aridoh on Telegram. Venus Boy 360, please, I've answered you. Ella, thank you, sir, for this information. Like, this is amazing. Richard said, I guess my psychology has been updated this morning. Beautiful. Thank you for the knowledge. I agree with you, Richard. Okay, so that is all we need to just know. That is all we need to understand, that all these things have their pros and their cons. So you know how to actually manage the pros and the cons of these things. It's not as if with all this we are not going to have any business with prop firm. No. At least, how much did you invest? You invested what? You invested $84 to have access to $600. It's still reasonable. Over times 2 of the money. Like times what? It's over times, like over 600% of the money you invested. So it's $84 to have access to $600. Just see it that way. That's the way you should see it. You have $500. You invested $500 to have access to over $6,000. Instead of thinking you have $100,000. That is the way you should see it. If you can see it that way, you have peace of mind. You know the account you bought and you know how to trade the account. And aside from that, look at Eze. Eze is one of my guys. I'm going to be doing a YouTube video with him very soon. He only bought $84 prop firm account, which he will have access to what, $600, and he was able to withdraw over $1,200. Do you understand? So I posted it when the guy actually made the withdrawal, over $1,200. So it's not as if it's not possible to make crazy amount of profit. It is possible to make crazy amount of profit, but understand these things and let it be guiding your actions. Let it be guiding your risk management. Let it be guiding your trade decision. Let it be guiding your trade management. Okay, so that is that about that. So if everybody understand that now, I think we are good, and then we are good to go for today, unless we have any question. Any question, ladies and gentlemen? Any question, ladies and gentlemen? Joy Opakunle, are you here? Are you listening to all this thing that we're talking about right now? Are you here and are you listening to all these things right now? Okay. So I'm waiting for you, Joy Opakunle. So if everybody understand this, my explanation right now, you now understand how drawdown is being calculated based on what? Based on your previous balance, your current balance, your equity, and your balance, you know. So you be smart about it. Be smart about it. And don't wait for me to tell you to close when you have reached your target to close. Don't wait for me to tell you to close when you know that if this market continues like this, it's going to actually breach your rules. You know, you quickly close and then you look for another opportunity to enter again. I'm not seeing Joy Opakunle response here. So it shows that this person that asked me a question that I said join us in the live session, I'm going to have a detailed explanation, is not even here to listen to this. How do I help? So if this person now come to me that this thing, I will ask to direct them, go and rewatch that video where we talked about prop firm psychology and drawdown explanation. Okay, I might have to make this a proper video today, like beyond my live session video, because a lot of people need to see this. Okay, beautiful. Joy Opakunle has responded. Okay, so beautiful. So now for you to join the mentorship channel of DAOM Empire, let me end with this. For you to join the DAOM Empire mentorship is very, very flexible and fair enough. I have never asked anybody to pay me for mentorship before. Neither have I asked anyone to pay me for sending them signals. Come on, my internet better be good. Why are you giving me poor signal here? Better be good so that I can talk about this thing loud and clear. That's what I want to end this thing with. If you know you have question, if you know there's no question, just listen to this last part I want to say. Immediately I finish saying this part, I'm going to do what? I am going to end this live session, okay? I'm waiting, probably waiting for... Okay, while that is going on, let me check our running trade. Our running trade is running and we are forever growing in profit. Ladies and gentlemen, look at it. Our trade is rising in profit. I know by the grace of God, if this trade continue to go higher and higher, a lot of us will start having a massive, a lot of us will start having massive profits testimonies by the grace of God. So 1:30 we have news. Even if the news is coming up, just leave your trade running, okay? Leave your trade running with the way it is. The news might happen, do a little retracement and fly up, and then any whichever way the trade will do, we are here. We are what? We are here. As my network improve, I'm waiting. It will be breaking now. If you are listening to me, it will be breaking. Okay. Shooting sound say, please, let's say I have a 10,000 and my daily donor is 6%. If I increase the amount, if I increase the account to say 10,000, my drawdown still be 6%. If you don't understand this thing, I've explained it. This thing that you are still asking me, maybe you didn't understand shooting sound and you are new. So I'm believing you are okay. See, it's streaming very smoothly from your end. Okay, that's good. So shooting sound, maybe you are new, you are not getting this thing from the beginning the way I explain it. Your calculation, your drawdown will be calculated based on your 10,500 immediately you got there, especially if the trade has ended the following day, your equity has increased. And even if the trade has not even ended the following day, if your trade has gotten to 10,500, you better be mindful of your retracement. That is my explanation to you. Okay, shooting sound, that's my explanation to you. And if you didn't get it clearly, because of I don't want this video to long too much, because I'm just going to put it out there. You might need to rewatch it and get the explanation clearly again. So now let me just say this for the last time. Since our internet is showing me poor here, somebody say you can stream it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why it's irritating my nose. Alhamdulillah. SG say, please boss, whenever there's another empty, please boss, as usual. Sure, now I'm going to update you guys in the premium signal channel. Ghostan said, please sir, I have created a Consummate account. If you have created a Consummate account, better be that you use my link. That's when we have business. Please just understand, okay? Better be that you have my link. Now use my link to register. Send me a message on @diamond Aridoh. You see the way my name is spelled, Diamond, Aridoh, Aridoh, on Telegram, and I will give you my attention. I like the way Aridoh Paul Ifeoluwa summarized. He said the main basis is to regularly monitor trade entered on a prop firm account. That is it. Make sure you always monitor it. Now, Now let me quickly recap. If you want to join DAOM Empire mentorship session and Signal premium Signal channel, all you need to do is you use my recommended link to buy a Consummate Prop Firm. By September 1st, $25,000 Prop Firm is going to be the minimum you can buy on evaluation, and on Express Lights the minimum you can buy is $15,000. But for now that we are still talking, before September 4th, by God's grace, you can still buy a $10,000 Prop Firm using my link to register, and I'll give you access. I'll give you access to my premium Signal channel and the mentorship channel on Telegram for a lifetime offer. For a lifetime offer. In as much as you did not breach the rules when you are in the channel, and the rules in the channel is very easy, flexible. Okay. And if you don't want to come in through Consummate or Prop Firm, you can come in through using my recommended link to register for a broker, which is called XM is my broker. So that's the broker I use, and this broker is multi-regulated. They are very good. Their withdrawal rates, everything just make a lot of sense. Okay, so you can use that, register it. If you need me to guide you, message me on Telegram at Aridoh. I'll give you all the necessary guidance, and then you get it done. I'll confirm it. You fund it. For now, you can fund minimum of $50. By September, the minimum you can fund is $100. So I'm saying it boldly, publicly now, so that people will know. Okay, so, and if you are blessed enough, you can use the two. You can have your Consummate Prop Firm with my link, register it. You can have your XM account with my link. I'm just going to love you more, and then we are going to have a good relationship. Okay, so that is how it works. And guess what? Every offer I'm giving you, because I believe everybody wants to learn that forex thing, and you can't get it 1 month, neither can you get it 2, 3, 4, 5 months or 6 months. You need to be consistently committed to it for the period of 1 to 2 years for you to understand it perfectly and for you to be profitable. And this is why I'm giving a lifetime offer. Okay, so to my premium Signal channel and their mentorship channel. Okay, so if you want to be part of it, you just need to do what? You just need to be following instruction and be active always, and God Almighty is going to give us the success we all desire and want. So that is all for today, guys. I'm happy that we spend a lot of this time together, and tomorrow by God's grace we're going to have another session by the grace of God Almighty. And guess what, guys? Be happy always, and then stay consistent, stay profitable. Make sure you are always following instruction I give 100%. Make sure you are always following instruction. Anything that is not clear to you, don't hesitate to come to my DM, put the message there. I will attend to it once I have the time. And always remember that Diamond Aridoh does love you guys. So I'm going to say bye bye from here, guys. If you have any question, you can drop it, or end this live session right now. Bye.